Hello, welcome to the update. I'm Madeline Burke. The Prime Minister is being urged to front up and explain what he knew about a compensation payment to Brittany Higgins. A confidential settlement was reached with the former Liberal staffer after she claimed she hadn't received adequate support from her then boss, Linda Reynolds. Opposition leader Peter Dutton says Anthony Albanese needs to come clean about what he knew.
There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and the government needs to provide answers to those. There's differing accounts, as we say, and I think there's a lot more information yet to come out.
A man has been sentenced to a maximum 9 years in prison for the 1988 death of American mathematician Scott Johnson in Sydney. 52-year-old Scott Philip White was sentenced in the New South Wales Supreme Court today after he pleaded guilty to manslaughter over the historical death. Roger Cook has been sworn in as Western Australia's 31st Premier. The resignation of Mark McGowan was accepted prior to a ceremony during which the outgoing leader was thanked for his contribution to the state. While many Aussie homeowners are bracing for the pain of more interest rate hikes, others are basically immune to the Reserve Bank's decisions. New research published by Property Exchange Australia reveals more than 25% of homes sold in Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland last year were paid for in cash by older Australians who have benefited from higher property prices. And New York and Washington DC have been blanketed by an orange haze caused by wildfires burning in Canada. Sport and entertainment are next. In sport, Travis Head and Steve Smith have helped Australia to a strong start in the World Test Championship final against India at the Oval. An outspoken PGA Tour loyalist Rory McIlroy says he feels like a sacrificial lamb after the decision to form a new entity with Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. In entertainment news, Niall Horan says it's amusing seeing the One Direction reunion rumour make headlines often, telling Zayn Lowe the 1D guys do speak regularly, but that conversation hasn't happened.
God knows what it ends up being. It could be like the Friends reunion. It could be a whole tour. God knows what it is, but it hasn't been spoken about. So.
And that's the latest from the Nova podcast news team. We'll have another episode of The Update for you tomorrow.